No bound, 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 no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundaries, no. No bound, no bound, no bound, no bound, no bound, no bound, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundaries, no. No bound, no bound, no bound, no bound, no bound, no bound, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundary, no boundaries, no.
Hey, what up, fellas?
What's going on?
Good.
Come on, man. Peace to the family, man.
Man, what's up, Z?
It's good to be back, man.
Long time no see, fella.
Facts. I mean, you up here, what you got, the galactic background, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Star Wars and shit.
Yeah. Come on, baby.
Yeah. Come on now. What's up, homie?
Man, land of the living, brother. You know how it go.
Indeed. Hey, I mess with the squirt too, Pee-wee. I like squirt.
Come on, homie. I go, hey, Dr. Pepper or squirt.
Saying.
That's my get down.
DP, are you with me?
Yeah.
Deep.
So what up, fellas? Greetings.
Hey, let's get this shit.
Get it started. You
already know what we're gonna talk about.
I know.
The whole show gonna be on one topic.
One topic. Well, since you said it there,
what are we talking about right now?
Here it is.
A viewer sent us this video, which shows the fight just feet from water. A witness claims it started because a pontoon boat was blocking the dock where a riverboat was trying to park. You can see more people jumping in as that fight played out. Well, soon after Montgomery police arrived at the scene, they say a large group of people were involved in this brawl. Our crew saw people in handcuffs. MPD says several people have been detained and any charges are pending tonight. A viewer sent us this video, which shows the fight just feet from water. A witness claims it started because a pontoon.
Huh?
Hey, so listen. When he threw up the hat in my mind, I went to like back when I was a kid. You know how you about to fight somebody and you throw something else so they'll look at it, and when they look at it, you just start firing on them. I think that's what the OG did. Like he said, it was either two things: either like motherfucker is home, or it was like look at the hat and I'm gonna start firing. You know what I mean? Hey, but before we get started, I want people to know that I don't condone the women getting hit with the chair. Okay, I want to let that be known. First
the
off,
chair?
I don't think she should have got hit with the chair. Huh?
Just the chair? You don't use so she should get stolen on?
No.
Okay.
I don't think that the women should have been hit, but it was women hitting the women. So I'm good with that if that was happening. But the men hitting the women, I'm not condoning that at all. But however,
but
after that, I'm with all of that.
Okay, so here's my question for both of you guys. Have you guys really like followed the story and how this came about?
I haven't, no.
Yeah, I have. As far as he's the security guard on the dock, there was a ferry coming in. He was telling them that they had to move, and obviously their privilege told them, we don't have to listen to you, Negro, and we can stay here if we want to. And the way Pee Wee looking at me, maybe that's not the whole story, but it's okay. This is the story in my head, okay? And then it got into an altercation where somebody got pushed, and I'm sure they was, maybe intoxicated, but that's not the point. And then one thing led to another, and then you got Black unity going on. And I just gotta call this out because I had to call my conservative friends. I said, I ain't heard Candace Owens or Brandon Tatum talk about this yet. I'm confused. If they for Black people, they should be applauding this. And they should be like, look, we came together, but they ain't gonna talk about that. I can't wait to hear their spin on it. Because I guarantee you they talk about the woman get hit by the chair. They're not gonna say how it started. They're not gonna say how all the Black people came up in the defense of this man who was getting beat up. They're not gonna talk about that. They'll talk about everything else but that. But anyways,
but
it was actually good to see.
I'm gonna take it a step further.
And it's funny how Black people.
I'm gonna take it a step further for you though, Z. As a news reporter, this innocent gentleman just doing his job, and these a mob of gangsters, thugs, came and
talk to me. I love
started beating on him for no reason at all. He is a law-abiding citizen. He has a wife. He has kids. And he was just doing his job, minding his business and doing what he was supposed to do when these raunchy thugs, gangsters,
gangbangers,
hoodlums started to attack him with pitchforks and chairs and ropes from the boat. They grabbed anything and everything that they could because they are nothing but hoodlums. That's my 2 P. Savages. Come on, Z.
Hey, but I really, all jokes aside, and I told this to somebody earlier, I love how Black people, we could take the worst things and make it, I don't want to say enjoyable, but we can make light of it. You know what I mean? I think that we've been through so much that's our coping mechanism. Now you see the T-shirts. Now you see the memes, and you see all this. But the reality of all of that's crazy. I ain't hear the song. Jeez. But the reality of it, if you really want to be real, is all the time you see us, we not together, we not together, we not together. And when I first saw the video, I was looking up, and no lie, I promise, I was looking up at the people up at the top where you could see, and I'm thinking, why are y'all not helping this man? And then all of a sudden, you see people running down. You see the brother swimming. They call him Jermichael Phelps. You know what I mean? Like you see us coming together, and it's like this is what and why they do us like they do. Because they know if we come together, regardless of religion, politics, all that stuff, I see a wrong being done to my brother, I'm coming through. I'm swimming across the damn river, bro. Then I found out the boy is 16. They said that boy was 16 years old.
Yeah.
Then you got all the other brothers coming, and you see how fast them other people, I'm gonna just say them other people, they start retreating. Oh, no. It's too late, my dude. It's too late. So you could imagine, dang, I hate to be like this, but I can't help it. You could imagine on the plantation when this stuff was happening, what kind of things were going through our minds when people would do this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that you're calling them out, Pee Wee, as far as thugs and savages and stuff. Because if it was the other way around, Lord have mercy.
Oh, absolutely.
They would have been digging into these people past. Oh, he had this. Nah, dude. And that's why I can't wait for these so-called people that are for the black people that say they about our progress and want us to do better. Why haven't they spoke out on this?
But you know they're not.
I just want to know.
They're not.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like you. I'm waiting to hear the spin because right now they're trying to figure out a way to spin this. So you're gonna hear this through all right-wing conservatives at this moment that are literally getting their talking points together, and then next thing you know, they're going to send out an email, they're going to send out their text messages to one another so that they're all on the same playing field as far as like their talking points.
Well, you know, it's going to be, you're going to hear that there was a mob of people that came to the rescue of this one guy, right? So never mind the 4 that was on him before the mob came, but the mob came, right? So yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, literally, he was doing his job and telling them, "Look, you cannot park your boat here."
And first of all, he was way better than me because he explained it like to 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, he did. He sure did.
So what you're saying was.
Go ahead.
So what you're saying is, Juan, he was doing his job. He was diligent at his job. He spoke to 3 different people diplomatically, telling them what they should have been doing, but they didn't comply. So they didn't comply. That's what you're saying, homie.
No.
They should have complied.
Very much so. Because
I'm just saying.
For you to tell me that I can't park here. Ain't nobody else here.
No.
Yeah, but that boat is waiting to come and park, bro. You can't be here. And you seen him clapping. He was listen.
Man, you can hear him clapping.
And I'm sure he was
the video across the way.
Yeah. And they was
and I'm sure he's saying, yo,
it was that close. They wasn't that close. If you look at it, when they panned back, they was out there a good little ways. Old boy swam a good little ways, bro.
But okay,
but the fact that he swam, bro, that's crazy. Bro.
That was epic, though.
Yeah,
that was absolutely epic. That he dove in the water, was like, "Oh no, you ain't gonna do my guy like this. Yeah. I'm coming, homie."
Hey,
but here's what kills me though. When you look at the reports afterwards and all the people that were arrested and stuff like that, you saw all of the white folks playing victim. All of them were playing victim. Playing victim. All he had to do, just like you said, though, Z, like they say to us all the time, why don't they just comply? Why don't they just listen? If he would have just listened, move the boat so the ferry could come in and park, all of this wouldn't have never happened. Why didn't he comply? Why didn't he listen?
Gone. Nothing. Right.
But the fact that you felt privileged.
Right.
You felt that at the end of the day, you didn't have to.
And again, like I said, I don't condone the men hitting the women or things like that. But I'm right. But it's around in so many different takes on it. And the biggest takeaway that I take from it is people that didn't know this brother took it into their, in their minds that we gotta help him. And to me, that's the biggest thing. like regardless of everything else. You know, of course, it's an unfortunate situation, but the fact that they all came to his aid, to me, that's dope.
Now, if you noticed, when the first gentleman, wait, let me rephrase that. The first thug that swung on the gentleman, the hoodlum that first made the first swing. The black dude didn't try to hit him. He was holding him off. Then you saw other people, thugs, coming in, trying to jump
running in. Right.
And when the first guy was coming down the ramp, the black dude coming down the ramp, all he was trying to do was get people back. He was trying to separate them to get everybody back.
Yes, P. He wasn't even trying to fight. He was kind of
trying to get everybody back.
Come on. Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Yes.
They swung on him.
Yeah. And I think it was a lady that swung on him first.
See what I'm saying? And that's the part, homie, that I'm saying. If you swing on me, what you want me to do, Doc? Like, you know what I mean? Now, at that point, your self-control ain't there. You know what I mean? All I know is you swinging, and then the dude swinging. But then the young brothers came through. The young brothers came through with their shirts off like it was Sparta. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, this was Wakanda.
They was trying to untie the boat and move. They was like, no, come back. Come back. They was pulling the rope, bro.
Nigga, they tried to take off the dude, smack one, bop. Did you see the girl? She almost jumped overboard and she was running to the back of the boat. You ain't got nowhere to go. But then all them blue shirts from the ferry, nigga. Listen, bro. This was like this was real life. We protecting our own.
Right.
Did you see the one when he threw old girl in the water,
bro? And I get this is why I can't wait.
I didn't see her get thrown in the water, but I saw her in the water, bro. And I was like, oh my God.
They smacked her up, and then threw her in the water.
Cold game.
Hey man, but
did you see the meme? It was the white dude. Go ahead, Homie. Go ahead, Homie.
No, I was just gonna say, dude, they kind of deserved everything they got. They kind of deserved everything they got, bro, because they wanted to turn up. They wanted to turn up.
They tried to jump an old dude, bro. Like you tried to jump an old man, like you said, that was doing his job, homie.
I just posted D.L. Hughley posted. D.L. Hughley posted the one of the white guys. He's rocking, right? Got black eyes, got his nose plugged up.
I saw that.
Yeah, I guess this 65-year-old man can throw hands.
Yeah. Good stuff.
It's hilarious, stuff, bro.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
good stuff. But like you, Pee Wee, I can't wait to see the different narratives that are spun or changed or made to try to make these people that came to the aid of a person being beat up by multiple people to see how they try to make this about us. Other than really what it was somebody coming to the aid of a security guard who was doing his job. Like you said, that was getting beat up by some thugs.
I mean, just imagine though, right? If this was a white person, they'd be like, oh, he was just doing his job.
Right.
You know? I mean, it don't matter at the end of the day what color you are. You were doing your job.
Right.
And it wasn't like he was telling them wrong. He was telling them right. You can't park here. You can't leave because this ferry is coming in. You see that.
Right.
If you are in your right mind, you might have had some alcohol in you, but you could still see that ferry over there. You knew that ferry is coming in because you could see it across the water. Just move your joint.
Right.
But the fact is, and I would challenge anybody if we could hear the exact words that them people were saying was, I'm sure they were using their entitlement and their privilege or the so-called entitlement or privilege that they think they have. I guarantee they were telling that man, we ain't got to go nowhere.
Right.
Who are you?
Right. Why you worried about what I'm doing? Get your ass away from me. Go do something else other than, but it's always a double standard when it comes to us, man. It always is.
other than your job. Get away from me telling me what to do.
Right.
And you know, but if the shoe was on the other foot, right, and they on the ferry, they be wanting them to tell the black dudes to move their boat. Man, do your job. Man, get them out the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But the one thing I am happy for is that everybody on the ferry had their phone out. So they got video from every angle.
Yes.
So everybody, the police got every angle, everything. Handcuff these white folks, man. And the security guard should press charges.
Oh, for sure. And I like the fact that with the way the internet is set up, they don't found who these people are, that they own a store, like shut everything down. You know what I mean? When this stuff happened, and not for nothing, you know what I mean? You do stuff like this, you get what you deserve, bro. Like, honestly, like I think that you really ultimately get what you deserve when you do stuff like this. Even the black man that was fishing in his neighborhood and the white woman came up and was like, what are you doing here? It's your address. Like, lady, you're not the security. You're not the police. Get up out of here. And they got fired. And people were like, oh, you shouldn't have put that. No, forget that. I'm a filming. Right. I live here. You're not security. Who are you to tell me you don't know? Just because you don't know me don't mean I don't live here. And if I'm here, don't you think I know that I should be here? You know, that kind of stuff. So I'm not mad when these people get fired, get the nasty emails and all that stuff. You want to act nasty in private, do it in public where everybody can see it, and then this kind of stuff happens.
Well, see, here's the thing, though, Z. This is our new way of putting them on blast on social media.
Facts.
The same way that they call the police on us.
Facts.
It's the same thing. They'll call the police on us. Oh, there's a black person sitting in the car outside. If I'm not mistaken, me sitting in the car outside on public property, that's my business.
Right.
But the fact that you're nervous, you're scared or whatever, you call the police. Police come.
Right.
And of course, you know how this world is. This world will tell you straight off the bat, like, hey, you are a second grade citizen here. And why are you sitting in the car?
And for the most part, you're guilty until we find out that you're innocent. Oops. I tell this story all the time. I remember I was sitting in Torrance. Me and my brother lived in Torrance, and I was warming up my car, and I was right across the street from our apartment. A cop was coming towards us, so I'm facing this way. I'm facing east. I'm facing east. He's coming west, sees me, turn around, and I can't even call. I want to say I was pulled over, but I was parked. So I was just warming up my car. I don't even know what to call it. But he put, what's going on? You live around here? And I'm just like, this is the stuff that we deal with. And for people to say that, like, we're reaching and we're playing victim, like, come on, man. Like, it's one thing to do your job, and then it's another thing to just be looking for something. A person in his car, warming up his car, is not a reason for you to pull him over at all.
It's
not suspicious at all.
But they
I mean?
have to find justification of why they do what they do.
Right.
It's a must.
Right.
But I want to play this clip too.
How did white people become white people? I'm so glad you asked. I find that most white people have no idea how they came to identify as white. And because they don't know that history, they often fundamentally misunderstand the legitimate critiques of white identity politics. White people didn't exist before the middle of the 17th century, as in the middle of the 1600s. And if that rings a bell, it should. More on that later. This isn't to say that lighter-skinned people didn't exist. Of course they did. Europe is a real place with real people who have been there for a very long time. They just didn't identify as white people. They were Englishmen, Dutch, Greek, Gaul, Scythian. Princeton history professor Dr. Nell Irvin Painter chronicles the invention of this diasporic pan-European white identity in her book, The History of White People. She demonstrates how white identity was constructed primarily as a differentiation from black identity, an identity that colonizers and human traffickers made synonymous with enslavement and inferiority. And so the myth of whiteness, moral purity, superiority, and ruling destiny was born, which is kind of ironic, since the origin origins of the term slave referred to Slavic folks, white people. Whiteness is and always has been a political identity, a fraternal order, a loyalty rewards program that depends entirely on all of its members agreeing to maintain the myth. And let me tell you, some folks are working very hard to maintain it.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that brother right there. I think I follow him too. I just found another sister who does some videos like that, and it's kind of dope too.
But when you understand,
let me ask y'all this. Can I ask y'all this? Like, what do you consider yourself, Pee Wee and Juan? Like, what do you say African American, Black? What do you say? Like, what do you, if somebody were to ask you your race or ethnicity or whatever,
I'm gonna say I'm
what
Black.
do you say?
Yeah, normally I say I'm Black.
Okay.
And depending on who I'm
Yeah, me
around
too.
and
Me
who
too.
I'm
And I
talking
know
to,
some.
there I'll say like, well, I'm
Yeah.
Black and Filipino.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Black does come first.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the one thing that I don't want, like, sound weird, but people like you, Pee Wee, who are of mixed, race, culture, whatever you want to say, like, yeah, how do you describe yourself? You know, some people, nowadays it's I'm American, just call me American. And it's like, no. But I don't see Black as a negative term. You know, for me, I don't see it as this negative, or Black is just a color. It's not a. I don't look at it like that. That's why I was just asking.
So Z, I'm a piggyback real quick, and I don't remember. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Nope, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I sure don't. I just deleted it. Nope, I don't have it. Did you see? This was a while back. This congressman speaking, and he said colored people. He was talking. He was like, "Oh yeah, da 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 da, colored
yes.
people."
Oh, yeah, colored people. Like these are the. Oh man, I'm sorry.
So
go ahead.
Here's my question.
Because no, I'm sorry, Juan. Because Juan laughing. But these are the same. My conservative friends. They be really really pumping these people up, and I'm like, do y'all not hear how these people talk? You want to tell me that Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you're not Black. But Trump, in one of his speeches live, he was like, look at my Blacks right here. Not my Black people, my Black conservatives, my Black. He said, look at my Blacks. But you want to talk about Joe Biden, bro. Come on, bro. Anyways, go ahead, Pee Wee.
The question that I have, though, is when you hear that, is that really disrespectful? And if it is, tell me why.
Yes.
When you hear what?
Colored people.
The white man said, he said colored people.
Yeah.
I'll answer it before homie. Yes. Because when he say colored people, he really want to say something else. It's just like now when people say woke, they really want to say Black. They want to say nigga, but they say woke instead. I don't have to call a couple people out there. Stop saying woke to me. What is woke? Just like if you say colored people, I think right now people try to clump a lot of things that have to deal with non-white people, and they say colored or people of color. I'd rather you say people of color than colored people. Colored people, that's racist. Straight up.
I've never really paid too much attention to it, right? I don't, especially as of late, I haven't heard the term colored people a lot, or colored, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I really don't have an opinion one way or another about it, right? At this point, because I just don't really never hear it. I don't come across, and maybe my circle isn't big enough to, deal with that kind of stuff, and I just haven't heard it from people.
But this was one of the senators or something saying.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I mean, I just
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
got you.
Yeah, I can't say that it bothers me or doesn't bother me. I guess it would have to be the context. It would have to be the tone for me, right? The context that it was said in, the tone that it was said in. Like, there's you can say things in a very derogatory way. And another person can say the exact same thing and you just don't take it that way. You know what I mean? Even the body language will tell you what a person means.
Oh yeah.
Right?
This dude for sure he was definitely saying color people in a negative connotation. It's like this it's a Mexican guy at my job, and I was working with him, and we were having this conversation and he kept saying African American people, African American. And I was like, yo, like you could say black, it's okay. I said, but watch your tone when you say it though. And he looked at me kind of crazy. And I was like, listen, if we're having a conversation and he was like, look, because black people do this, I wouldn't look at you kind of way. But if you be like, these black people, hold up, time out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why you say it like that, my dude? Right, so it is your tone, it's your body language for sure. But if you're just saying, our black students, they're blah, 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 like I wouldn't have a problem with that. But if it's like, those students, how
so this
they
congressman,
do, now it's a different story.
So this congressman or whomever, right? Just looking at him, right, from what I'm gathering from you guys, if he could get away with saying these niggas, he would have said it.
Oh, he would have said
so
it.
Here's the thing.
The fact that he said color people instead of people of color.
Right. When he said it, there was another Congress lady was like, whoa, I want that stricken from the records. And he kept talking. And she was like, yo, I want to stricken that from the records. And then whoever was in charge of the meeting, he goes telling her, hold on one second, let him finish. So they let him finish. And see, this is where my issue came into play. You could have had a slip of the tongue. I get it. We all talking fast and your mind is moving and you say something. I get it.
Right.
But it kind of goes back to how you say it, your demeanor, and the how you phrase what you're saying, right? He didn't come back and say, hey, you know what? That was my fault. I didn't mean to say it that way. This is what I meant to say. Yes, please strike it from the records. If he would have handled it that way, everybody would have been like, okay, cool, no problem. But the fact that you ignored what she said, sat down, stuck your chest out like, hey, I said what I said. Now what?
Right.
Now we got a problem.
Yeah.
So now now I got a problem with you, bro.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
So in other words,
chair at, Gad?
No. In other words, he didn't want to move his boat.
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. And I'm gonna show you somebody else that wanted to say it with their chest and then realized what they said and had to exit stage left after they said what they said.
What is y'all's race or ethnicity?
Caucasian.
I could have guessed. If you guys could be one race for a day, what would you be and why?
We're the superior race, like not as in like that.
Oh, that's mad.
We are the. That's the most German answer. I'm not gonna be like I want to be black because you guys have a terrible time of it.
Okay. So what would you be after that crazy answer?
I'd be mixed race.
Why, and why is that?
My ex-boyfriend was mixed race growing up, but he never got it.
Why are you running?
It'd be quite interesting to experience like what other people are going through. I don't know, like I've never had someone comment on my race as a white girl.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw that one, but I didn't recognize that she left.
Exit stage left, bro.
Like
said what she said and realized
said, why are you running?
Right.
I noticed what I said was wrong. I shouldn't have said that. Let me get up out of here. Let me exit stage.
But again, like you said,
here's what I
don't think
I have an issue is the fact that majority, and I'm gonna say at least 90%, maybe 95%. Okay, 98%. I'm gonna say 98%. If you are Caucasian, if you are white, you know the struggle of black people. So what she said, as far as like, I wouldn't want to be a black person because y'all got a wild life. I'm cool on that.
Right.
98% of them already know what the get down is.
Right.
And will not, and choose not
Right.
to switch places.
It's like Pee-wee, like the I forget the older white lady who she's always, advocating for black people and things like that. Yes, but she had she asked a question like, who would want to be black? Like something about knowing what they've been through, and nobody raised their hand. And she was just like, that means you know that there's a problem, but you don't want to do nothing about it. And when you ask those kind of questions, the reality is you wouldn't want to be black, because you like you always say, Pee-wee, they love our culture, they love us, they love what we do, they love what we bring, but they would not want to be us, because they know, and the honest truth is nobody would want to be a black person because they know the things that we go through. And that's the simple fact. And there's the other fact is that there are some black people that probably want to be white or want to be something else. And those are the people that we see acting different or acting as if they are that, trying not to be what they are. When in reality, I think that you can be a black person and be whatever you want to be, have whatever thoughts you want to be, but at the same time, be for your people. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't care what kind of train of thought you have, or political, religious, whatever views. But when you start shitting on your own people to make yourself look good because of who you deal with on a daily basis,
that's a problem.
Then that's a problem for me. You know what I mean? Again, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're gay, straight, Muslim, Christian, whatever. Don't try to make your own people. That's why I'm interested or intrigued to see how those two people that I mentioned, how they respond to this. Because how they respond to this let me know everything about what they say and what they truly believe in. Because if you saw that video and you see nothing but strength and fight, not fight as far as like fighting, but unity, then we got something wrong. Other than like I said, hitting the woman with the chair and hitting her, stuff like that. But other than that, people coming to that man's aid. If you don't see nothing other than that, then something's wrong with you, bro. For real.
Nah, hey Z, I'm with you 100% on that, homeboy. That's facts.
Yeah.
There is an issue.
I'm about to have to get me a background too, because I don't like y'all having these backgrounds, and I ain't got nothing.
Well, if it's gonna mess up your internet connection, don't get no background.
See, you such a hater. You such a hater. Hey, look, I've been on for what? How long? 37 minutes so far.
I say this though, Z. It doesn't matter what ethnicity you are. You can be white, black, Hispanic. It don't matter. Asian. It don't matter. Never put your people down.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how I would say. It don't matter what ethnicity you are. Never put your people down and do it in front of another race. Never talk ill about your own race.
That people
and
that
never
already
do it in
think
front
the
of
same
folks.
way. Yeah. Right.
Because that's foul. That don't matter. I mean, and I'm just using this as an example. If an Asian person came to me and was talking bad about Asian people, I'm gonna look at them sideways.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's not okay. You don't do that.
Right.
So, but I find that video very interesting just because this is the thought process. 98% know what the get down is, and they will never trade places. But they love our food. They love our culture. They love our fashion. They even love our women. They love our men.
Talk to me.
All.
Talk to me.
But then if you ask him to, let's switch places. Oh, no, can't do that. No,
Not at all. Come on, man.
No, sir.
Not at
Can't
all.
do that.
No.
So.
That's crazy.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yes, sir.
When y'all got married and y'all did your vows, did you guys write your own vows, or did you write your own vows, or did you let the pastor do it?
The pastor did mine.
Yeah,
and I think I'm one of the last ones who had the word obey in their vows?
I think I had obey in mine.
Did you? Yeah, you don't hear that now.
Well, yeah, because these girls be telling, yeah, take that out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she asked for it to be taken out. She asked.
I think, well,
we had when we went for our counseling session, she was like, "Don't say that, please don't say." He was like, "Okay, I won't say it." And y'all should have seen her face, bro, when he said it in the ceremony. Oh, it was so funny.
Yeah. Well, was her expression this?
Who's that? The Elder Mathis.
Yeah.
Was this the same expression that you got, Juan?
In sickness.
In sickness.
And in health.
And in health.
To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right. In sickness.
In sickness.
And in health.
And in health.
To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And to obey.
Boy, the look on her face.
Yeah, bro. It was kind of like that.
Hey.
It was kind of like that.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, real life, I'm not even about to laugh. I hate to be so deep, but homie, Pee-wee, if you're marrying a man, that means, like, this is just my thoughts. If you get to that level where you're getting married to a man, that means you love him enough to be, you feel safe with him, right? You feel that he takes care of you, and not like take care of everything, but for that to happen, this is just weird, but I don't even think that's funny, because I feel like that's when you say obey. I had this conversation with Trina the other day. I'm trying to whisper because I don't, But I told her, we were just talking about things that bother us. And I was like, it's one thing when we're like out crossing the street, it's some weird shit, right? But when we're crossing the street and I'm like, come on, and you just walking like it ain't nothing. Like, these cars gonna stop for your ass. You know what I'm saying? But I tell her, like, it's not the fact of you just walking, but I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, let's hurry up. So if you're not listening to that when we're not on the same page, if something happens, guess who's going to be to blame?
Right.
They're gonna be like, where was your ass as I? They not gonna, you know what I mean? So it's just that aspect. And when I see that, she's like, I don't know about that. If you're marrying a person, go ahead, Pete. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, not even if something happens, or if there's a close encounter, your automatic reaction is turn up.
Yeah.
Right. And it didn't have to be this. If you would have just, I'm not. And it's okay. Okay. So you were saying that, if you're going to marry somebody, they expect it. That's not how it is for these women. Most of these, or a lot of these women now. Yes, in the sense of the way you were raised, the way I was raised, probably the way Pee-wee was raised, the old fashioned kind of way. Women are not like that right now, bro. They're not like that right now.
Oh yeah. That's why I'm glad I'm married out.
Yeah, it's not about security. It's not about the companionship. I don't know what it is. And that's why a lot of these marriages and stuff are failing, because they're not putting the effort forward in the beginning or before the marriage, before they're going to get married. And a lot of these girls or women are reaching that clock. Oh, I gotta get married, and then they want this big ass wedding. And who's that wedding for? It's for the people that's in the chairs, bro. Everybody. It ain't for you two. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts.
But yeah, it's just not the it's not the same.
So let me ask this, fellas.
What are your thoughts on that, Pee-wee? What you think?
In saying like obey, right? And I'm just asking a question because you guys are the two that's married. I'm not, but I'm just asking. In obey, should the husband also obey his wife also? Is that the same?
No.
Like, she is supposed to obey you. Aren't you supposed to obey her?
No.
Or no?
That's not the way it's set up. That vow and that Why it's in there like that is not the way that it's set up through the Bible.
So
the man
so
is the head.
hold on, Juan. Hold
Okay.
on, because I'm making sure I'm getting this correct here. hold on. Let me, because I want to make sure I say this right. Hold on.
In sickness. And in health. To love.
Sickness and in health, both of y'all got to do that together, right? Through thick and thin, both of y'all got to do that together, right? So why does it get to this one thing and it'd be like, nah, this solo, you solo on this one? Everything else is together.
Because it goes back to like Juan said. It go back to what he said. Close encounters, the protection, that aspect, it's gonna fall on me. Like it's gonna fall on the man. So when we talk about those things, I think that I'm gonna let Juan get to his biblical part, but for me, I think it's that part of aspect of you being the head.
Yeah, because the man is the head. When it all boils down to it, the man is responsible, because the way it's supposed to go is she didn't choose him, he chose her, so he becomes her responsibility. And what's misconstrued is the word obey. It's not saying you do what I tell you to do, right? But if I'm the head of the household and I say we go this way, then we go this way. I shouldn't lead you to anything that would harm you, right? So that's why, yeah, we can talk about, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? But ultimately, even if she made the decision, right? If it fails, who being looked at? It's that man.
Right.
So I don't.
Right.
I think I said it last week. I don't ask him to do anything that I know she can't do. I'm not going to put us in a situation to where it's detrimental to the family. That's not my job. I can't. And on the other hand, although it's unsaid, right? I can't expect her to do XYZ if I can't do XYZ for her when she asks me. Right.
Okay.
And here's the joke in my house, right? So I might ask for something and she might. I said, listen, if you do what I ask, you won't have to be told. Right? Obey. So then she tells me.
Hey, so listen, while you were talking about that,
got a cougar, right? So she'll tell me to respect my elders. So that's where we are.
Cougar. You so. Hey, but I looked up the meaning of obey. Okay. And it says to comply with the command, direction, or request of, submit to the authority of, carry out, or behave in accordance with. And I think when what you were saying was those kind
here we go
things, and I think that, of course, when you hear that, they think, "Oh, you right." But it's weird that days when you, no, I'm dead serious. But it's weird that when you hear these new, I don't even call them new women, but these new podcasts and social media things, all these women say they want a man, a manly man. But when he really be a man, you don't really want that, because now you can't obey, and they like, we want a man that we can submit to and under. But you really don't want that. Or because if you wanted that, and then this man is acting like that, and he's behaving like this, and he's giving you everything reason to do that, why aren't you?
Right. They want their cake and eat it too, right? And then, you know, social media has made it seem like like that the woman is just supposed to be taken care of. You can do anything and everything you want to do. I really don't have to work. I don't have to, you know, and yeah. Back in the day when things were a lot cheaper than what it is, right? Yeah, you can get away with that, right? It didn't take
like grandma.
Yeah,
like
it didn't
grandma,
take
homie.
as much. Right? Yeah. You know, that's not possible
now
in this day and time.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible if you making you got to be making a lot of bread.
Everybody can't be at that level. There's only a certain amount of jobs that's paying them that type of money. And let me tell you something. People with master's degree still ain't getting them jobs. Right? So you got all this debt from school going to get all this masters and all this, and you still you probably with me.
No, I mean, I hear you, Juan, and I hear you. I agree with you 100%. All I'm doing is just asking a question, because I look at when you guys say the vows, and I notice that there's certain things that you guys do together in the vows. Then there's certain things that it's like, oh no, this is strictly for her, this is strictly for him. And the man is the head of the household. Got that. If I make the decision to go left and she goes right, where do we fall?
Well, for me, my answer would be, first of all, that's a discussion. Listen.
Yeah.
Here's what I said that we needed to do. You went. There's been times, bro, when I be like, okay, go ahead. Sometimes you gotta let them fall on their face.
So now you say that, right? Because I'm just going off of what you said. You said, but if something goes wrong, something happens, who do they look at? They look at you.
Sure. You look at
so
me.
Where is the fine line of I'm gonna let you fall on your face, but at the same time, I don't want people looking at me.
I think it's. Oh, well, go ahead, Juan. I'm gonna let you answer that first.
I don't worry about what people think of me outside of my house. I know who I am. I know what I am. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I do. Right. So I don't need no validation from nobody. I don't need. It doesn't matter to me of what a person thinks of me or whatever. People may think that I spoiled my kids when I was raising them. I probably did. But that's what I felt was the best for me. Kim is spoiled rotten right now. I created a monster, right? I have to live with that because that's what I did. I don't care what nobody think. I don't care what nobody, that don't matter to me, bro, at all. It doesn't matter to me at all. And I'm dead serious about that. Because until they come and pay the bills over here,
come on now. Talk to me. Talk to me, homie.
Don't matter.
Like what wasn't saying. I think that there's a lot of dudes that are out here, and this is the stuff that you see daily. Like, I'm the man, I run my household. Even though you're the head, there are some things that are discussed. You know what I mean? Even if you want to move a certain way, there's some conversations that have to happen because you are partners, because you have that spouse. Like, you just not, well, I mean, this is just me. I guess some people probably move that way, but I'm not making decisions without asking her or consulting her. Ultimately, when we talk about the responsibility, of course, it's going to be on us. And if those things don't happen, it's going to be on me. But those are the responsibilities of a man. Those are the things that you got. Like Juan is saying, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, when you have those times where she wants to do whatever, go ahead and do it. But Juan or whoever says that, they already getting the stuff ready just in case it happened on the back end anyway. So yeah, if it don't work out, I already set this aside. I already got this plan. So it's like, go do that. It's just like our kids, P. We tell our kids, we know our kids gonna mess up. But sometimes you got to go. Y'all kids are older, so you know they going to mess some stuff up. But you in the background right here like, yeah, I got you. I told you it was going to happen, but daddy got you. Right. You know, and I think it's the same thing in a marriage. You get these people that say they running, I'm the man, macho. It really ain't like that, dog. It really ain't like that.
Yeah, I can't. And I think it's culturally, too. I think that's another thing, culturally. When you look at other folks' culture, and you're talking about a woman being submissive. I mean, you have some cultures that literally the man makes every decision for his wife. Like, she has like little, and I mean very little, say so, as far as like what she does and how she dresses, where she goes, if she can go out, the whole shebang. Like, they control that. I think here in the States, along with social media, and I agree with you, Z. I agree with you, Juan. When you look at the digital world and how it has changed people's mindsets on relationships, right? And saying before you even get out the gate with a guy, like, and you guys are married, right? But just you guys see it before you even get out the gate with a guy, with a young lady, right? You'll turn around and they will ask the guy, like, where we going? He got to at least spend a certain amount of money just to go out on this date with her. Like, he has to invest from day one into her. I don't know you from a can of paint, but I got to invest in you just so that we can move forward. And I notice a lot now, I'm starting to see a little bit of a trend where folks are like, guys are like, hey, dude, I'm not spending $300, $500 on a first date. Like, we can go walk. We can go to the museum. We can go do this. We can go do that. We're not spending, like, let's get to know one another. Because tomorrow we may not even ever talk again. But I invested $500, $300, $400, $500 into you, and I'm not getting a return on that, right? But in that, the female will be, well, I mean, why would I be with somebody if they don't have the money? If you can't spend this much on a date, why would I be with you? You can't help me.
Yeah. I just think, I think it's this day and age and the mindset that they've been put in that they feel like so first of all, most of them think that each one of them got gold, right? And what they really don't understand is it ain't special.
Is that what you mean?
It's what you do outside of that is special.
What are you talking about, gold?
That punani, the sweet nectar,
the cookie.
It's what you do outside of that makes it special for that person. That's why the dude is staying with you and hanging around you. You know what I'm saying?
I got one for y'all.
You know what I mean? It's so you're not that special. I didn't say that I couldn't spend $300-$400. I'm not spending $300, $400. Why should I? What I get? What you get? My time. You got my time too, and my money. So, like, I mean, how is this? And I don't even know you. I mean, like, I just met you. So this is what you're about. So if I'm spending $300-$400 now, in 2 years, what you expect me to spend?
Right. Hey, so I got one for y'all.
You ain't working. I saw one lady talking about she needed an allowance.
If you don't quit it,
bro, for what? Like, what are you doing?
If you don't knock it off,
you can't even have a meal on the table when you get home.
Come on, Doc.
Can't even have a meal on the table when you get home because she can't cook.
Come on, Doc.
So I got one for you guys, and I'm not gonna say no names. Okay, I'm not putting no names out there. It is someone that I know. He is dating a young lady.
Okay.
Thinks she is the world. She's the greatest thing ever, right? But as we all have a history. Before he met her, she had history.
Right.
Her history is not too. It's a little scandalous.
Okay.
And when I say scandalous, people got videos, people got pictures.
So she Kim Kardashian.
She in that, you could, I mean, she ain't, but she in there.
Right.
Yeah.
But to come find out though, like you got history. I'm about to invest in you. And I put my time into you and we rock, but come find out 3 months, 6 months, a year later, your raunchy past comes running up on me and makes me look stupid that I didn't sit in here and settle down with somebody that has been with that person, this person, but we all in the same circle. We 10 degrees of separation.
Right. But with that, Pee Wee, I think it's one of them, like, you knew that from the jump. Like, he knew her from the jump. He knew the past.
No, he didn't know the past.
Okay.
He is
so
still,
when you
to this day, he's clueless of the past.
Oh, he still don't know.
So he has no idea.
None.
So okay.
And
So I'm gonna ask you,
your homie?
Yeah. I'm about to
This
say
your
that's
homie?
your homie.
He used to be.
Oh, y'all not cool like that.
He did some foul stuff.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, he did some foul stuff that I didn't expect, and
But I'll tell you this, Pee Wee. But I'll tell you this though, because I think I know you. I think you want to say something.
I do.
I think you want to tell him.
Like, regardless
the
of the
fact that he did you dirty is like because I know you, and I think that you want to. Hey man, come on. Can I put you up on the game real quick? But I think because of how he did you, maybe you're like, kind of apprehensive of telling him.
Maybe not even that, right? But will he think what you're telling him in spite of
there
what
it is
he did to you?
Well, if I sent him some of the pictures, he wouldn't think that way.
Damn.
Wow.
That's a cold game.
Wow.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, you invested in me, and literally, like, if it comes around, you're gonna make me look like a fool. Like, this is not okay.
Unless it finds out. I mean, we, like you said, we all got to pass. Like, so if he really don't, if it happens and he realizes it and he like, look, she been good to me all this time, everything been good. Like, he might not even really care.
Nah, 10 degrees of separation. He find out who was in that circle too. He may care.
Damn. That's tough.
Yeah, he may care.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I just go off of and again, we all have a past.
Right.
But I feel like you're saying, like, the man is supposed to lead. And I get that. But as a woman, there are responsibilities that the woman is supposed to have also.
Yeah.
And I don't think that man or woman, especially if you're trying to get to know somebody and really like them, like, if you really enjoy their time and you like them and you want to move forward and this is that and the other, I think that literally you can't do a person like that.
True.
You can't do somebody like that. And I will say this. The circle, he knows that the circle is small. And he he got upset because he realized the circle's small. He started talking negatively about me, and which I had nothing to do with, but his true feelings of how he felt about me came up. And so in that, then from there, it was like, wow, I didn't know that's how you felt. But now that I know how you feel, I can't say anything. Because now it kind of goes back to what Juan said earlier, right? I'm going to just let you live on this and let the egg fall on your face.
Right.
But if he did find out, oh, no doubt. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
This has been going on for the last.
That's a tough situation to be in, man, for sure, man.
But you're right, though, Z. I do want to say something to the dude. Like, that's not the type of person I am. And especially, I know I have evidence. Like, I have evidence. And I can say, like, yo, bro, like, like, just be careful. But I can't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I will want to know. Like, tell me, though, because you know, I'm out here lovey-dovey out here, you know. And dudes walking by like, yeah.
Yeah. Homie, look here.
Like, yeah.
Homies, they ran a
got a
train
good
on
one.
her. Yeah.
What they say? They got a good one. Yeah, got a good one, huh?
They be like, nah, ain't that old girl they ran
Are
a
these
train
older
on?
people too? Are they like Pee-wee? Are they like our age? Like they old?
Yeah.
Not like old. Yeah, that's a cold game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, come on, Z. Just imagine, right? Just imagine when you guys first started dating your wives.
Yeah.
You know they got a past. But just imagine if that past wasn't what you wanted it to be.
Right. Yeah. Right. But I will say this. I was kind of in a situation where a small circle type thing, and it was, you know, hey, one of the dudes here, you know, I kind of dated or whatever. So I think, and I appreciated that too. So now I'm not going into it, you know what I mean, blind. But I think that's
again, let you know ahead of time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now now you can make your decision if I want to move forward or not. And you decided to say, no, that's cool. I know where we at. This is what as long as I see us flowing in the right direction.
Yeah.
And you not
But let me ask you this, Pee-wee. Let me ask you this, and we could close on this. Do you think that she already told him, or this is something she ain't telling nobody?
Bro, there's no way she can tell this one.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it to you like this, Z. Do you think your girl would honestly tell you she was messing around with somebody that you know, but two of your boys at the same exact time?
Oh no. Yeah, I don't think so. And I'm out of here off top. I'm out.
There's no way she can turn around and say, hey, you know, such and such
ain't no way.
and such and such. Yeah, I used to mess with both of them. Oh, when? Well, it was both of them at the same exact time. Huh?
Yeah. But wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's touchy. Yeah,
that's not the kind of girl you want.
Okay. No, man. You can't bring her home to mom's.
Well, that's already been done. But go ahead, close us out, Z.
Oh God. Hey man, listen. Hey, of course we appreciate you. You know what I mean? Of course, the No Boundaries crew. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, Netflix, all of it. We appreciate you, man, for real. You know, again, we just sitting there having a good time, man. It's no boundary, just my opinion, man. Just the fellas hanging out and getting things off our chest, man. If you have any questions or thoughts or anything that you want us to discuss, man, hit us up, man. Hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we'll do our best to respond and have your topic on the next show.
Peace
out. All right, fellas.
Peace.